Your life is leaking, and the dangerous part is this: you probably cannot see where, not because you are lazy, not because you are irresponsible, but because there are structural holes in your life that no one has ever shown you how to see. And yet, if you are honest with yourself right now, your life feels less stable than it did 5 years ago. Money arrives and disappears before you can account for it. Your energy is spent before noon. Peace in your home is something you have to fight to maintain rather than something that simply exists. And no matter how many more hours you add, no matter how many more obligations you accept, nothing seems to compound. Nothing seems to build. You keep pouring in, and somehow the level never rises. Today I want to tell you something that no productivity system, no financial coach, and no motivational speaker has ever told you clearly. The problem is not your effort. The problem is structural leakage. Stay with me, because what I am about to teach you will change how you see your entire life. My name is Rabbi Shimon, and this channel exists for one purpose: to give men the structural wisdom of Torah so they can build lives of stability, clarity, and genuine increase. Torah is not merely a religious text. It is a life design operating system. It contains laws of structure, laws of increase, laws of containment, and laws of order that govern how human life actually functions. When you align with these laws, your life begins to stabilize. When you ignore them, it leaks. And today, we are studying the structural leak law. Let me begin with a question. When was the last time you felt genuinely stable? Not temporarily calm between crises, but genuinely structurally stable. Where your finances were contained and clear, where your time was organized and honored, where your relationships were whole and your inner life was at peace. For most men watching this, that feeling is either a distant memory or something they have never actually experienced as an adult. And the reason is not a lack of ambition. The men I am speaking to are among the most driven, most responsible, most hard-working men alive. The reason is that no one ever taught them the difference between effort and structure. Here is the foundational Torah principle that governs everything in this episode. Before God increases anything, He examines the container that must hold the increase. This is not metaphor. This is law. Throughout Torah, before blessing is given, there is always an examination of preparation, of readiness, of structural integrity. The blessing of the land required a nation prepared to receive it. The blessing of the tabernacle required precise construction before divine presence could dwell within it. The increase of the widow's oil in the book of Kings required the gathering of vessels. Do you remember that story? Elisha instructed the widow to gather empty vessels, as many as she could find. The oil multiplied exactly to the capacity of the vessels she had prepared. When there were no more vessels, the oil stopped. The miracle did not exceed the container. Heaven multiplies containers, not effort. Most men try to multiply effort. God multiplies containers. Now let us define structural leakage precisely, because I want you to understand this with clinical clarity. A structural leak is any place in your life where energy, money, time, relationship capital, or attention exits your life system without producing return. It is a hole in your vessel. And here is the key insight. Most men are not failing because they are not putting enough in. They are failing because too much is flowing out through holes they have never identified and never repaired. You are filling a vessel with holes in the bottom and wondering why the level never rises. Adding more water does not solve the problem. Patching the holes does. Let me identify the 5 primary areas where structural leakage occurs in a man's life. The first is identity, the second is time, the third is money, the fourth is relationships, the fifth is attention. And if you are honest, at least one of those leaks is already obvious to you. Each of these is a structural domain. Each of them can be sound and contained, or each of them can be leaking. Let us examine each one with honesty. Identity leakage is the most invisible and the most destructive. It happens when a man does not have a clear, settled, internally governed definition of who he is and what he is building. When identity is not structurally sound, a man's decisions are not made from principle. They are made from reaction. He says yes to things he should refuse because he is seeking approval. He avoids confrontations he should face because he fears rejection. He takes on obligations that do not serve his purpose because he has no clear sense of what his purpose is. Every one of those decisions is a leak. Every time you act from anxiety instead of from principle, something drains out of your life system that you will not get back easily. The Talmud teaches that a person should always examine their deeds. This is not guilt. This is engineering. You cannot repair what you refuse to examine. Time leakage is the one that most men will immediately recognize. Time is your most finite structural resource. Unlike money, it cannot be earned back. Yet most men allow enormous amounts of time to flow out of their lives with no structure governing it. Unplanned hours, reactive schedules, obligations accepted without discernment, and the constant low hum of digital distraction. Each of these is a hole in the vessel. A man who does not own his calendar does not own his life. This is not about being rigid. This is about being intentional. The Torah concept of Kodesh, of setting things apart as designated and protected, applies to time as much as to anything else. When you designate time with purpose and protect it with discipline, it contains blessing. When time is undifferentiated and reactive, blessing has nowhere to settle. Money leakage is the one that causes the most visible pain. And yet, most financial problems that men experience are not income problems. They are structural problems. Money flows out faster than it flows in, not because income is insufficient, but because there is no structure governing the flow. There is no margin. There is no designation. There is no system that tells each unit of currency where it belongs and what it is assigned to do. The Torah principle of maaser, of setting aside a portion before the rest is used, is fundamentally a structural principle. It is a teaching about containment. When you take the first portion and designate it with intention, you are signaling to heaven and to yourself that this resource is governed. That signal changes everything. But when money flows in and out of an unstructured life, without assignment, without margin, without order, it cannot compound. God does not increase chaos. Relationship leakage is what happens when the foundational relationships of a man's life are not being maintained with structural intentionality. A marriage that is not being actively built is slowly being eroded. Children who are not receiving structured, present, attentive fathering are developing without the architecture they need. Friendships that are not maintained become acquaintanceships, and then they become nothing. And the energy cost of eroding relationships is enormous. A man whose home is in structural disorder spends tremendous amounts of emotional energy managing that disorder. That is energy that cannot go toward building. Pressure reveals structural weakness, and relational pressure that is left unaddressed does not stay contained. It leaks into every other domain of a man's life. Attention leakage may be the defining structural problem of our generation. Human attention is the raw material of all creation. Before anything is built, attention must be applied to it. When attention is fragmented, scattered across 10 different digital inputs, 10 different obligations, 10 different anxieties simultaneously, nothing receives enough concentrated attention to actually develop. ideas that could become businesses, relationships that could become deep, skills that could become mastery. All of them are starved of the sustained attention they require. A man whose attention is structurally leaking cannot build. He can only react, and a life of constant reaction is not a life of design. It is a life of erosion. Now here is the trap that destroys responsible men. When responsible men feel instability, they do something dangerous. They push harder, more hours, more effort, more responsibility. But a leaking structure does not reward pressure. It collapses under it, because effort is the one variable he can control. But Torah reveals something uncomfortable. More flow into a leaking vessel does not fill the vessel. It accelerates the leak. Now, I want to show you 3 leaks that quietly destroy responsible men. The first is overcommitment. This is the pattern of accepting more obligations than your life system can actually process and fulfill with integrity. It begins with one good reason for saying yes when you should have said no. It becomes a habit, and eventually it becomes an identity. The man who always shows up for everyone else, the man who never refuses. And this man, despite his apparent generosity, is actually leaking in every direction. His time is leaking because it belongs to everyone else. His identity is leaking because he has no internal boundary that defines what he is actually for. His energy is leaking because he is constantly depleting himself to maintain commitments that are beyond his structural capacity. Torah teaches that a person is obligated to preserve himself first. This is not selfishness. This is structural integrity. A broken vessel cannot fill another vessel. The second common structural leak is financial disorder. Not poverty, but disorder. Many men earning substantial incomes are structurally leaking money through the absence of clear financial architecture. No designated margins, no structural separation between different functions of money, no system that tells the money what it is doing in the life. Money in a disordered system does not behave. It drifts. And drifting money always drifts toward outflow. The repair is not more income. The repair is structural designation. Give every portion of your resource a name, a function, and a boundary. The third common structural leak is emotional exhaustion as infrastructure. This is when a man's baseline state is depletion rather than capacity, when he begins each day already running on deficit. And this state, which feels like a personal failing to most men, is actually a structural signal. It is the life telling you that your recovery architecture is insufficient for the demands you are carrying. Sleep is structure. Rest is structure. Sabbath is structure. The Torah institution of Shabbat is not primarily spiritual in the popular sense. It is structural. It is a mandatory repair and restoration cycle built into the architecture of time itself. A man who has no genuine restoration cycle in his life is a container that is cracking under constant pressure with no repair interval. Eventually, something breaks. Let me now give you a practical self-audit. These are reflective questions I want you to sit with, not to answer quickly, but to answer honestly. First, where does your energy go that produces no return? Second, which of your current commitments would you refuse if you were deciding today with full clarity? Third, where does money leave your life without your intentional direction? Fourth, which relationships in your life are eroding because you have not structured time to maintain them? Fifth, when was the last time you had a full day of genuine restoration? These 5 questions will locate your primary structural leaks more accurately than any assessment tool. The answers will not always be comfortable. Structural examination rarely is. But a builder who refuses to inspect his foundation builds on wishful thinking. Here is the architectural principle I want you to carry forward from this episode. Responsible men spend their lives chasing opportunity, but Torah reveals something different. Opportunity is rarely the problem. Structure is. The opportunities are already present in your life. The capacity to receive them and hold them and compound them requires a sound vessel. This is why two men can receive identical opportunities and produce entirely different outcomes. One of them has structural integrity, the other is leaking. The opportunity flows through one and compounds. In the other, it drains away and leaves no trace. The difference is never the opportunity. The difference is always the container. Your work from this point forward is not to add more. Your work is to locate the leaks, close them with intentional structure, and build a life whose containment is worthy of the increase that heaven is prepared to provide. This is Torah life design. This is the operating system. Structure before increase, order before abundance, containment before flow. If you can understand this one law and apply it with discipline over the next 12 months, your life will not merely improve, it will change its fundamental character, because a sound vessel that begins to fill does not stop filling. It compounds, it becomes stable, and from stability, genuine building becomes possible for the first time. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. Shalom, my friend. Now let's build the life God designed for you.